The following is a Papi Chulo Radio original program. The views and opinions expressed in the commentaries and/or interviews in the following program are solely those of the individuals and are not views of Papi Chulo Radio, its parent, affiliate, or subsidiary companies.
Welcome to Are You Afraid Freak Show, the unofficial American Horror Story Freak Show internet radio show exclusively on Papi Chulo Radio. Today is Monday, December 8th, 2014, and I'm your host, Papi Chulo. Here on Are You Afraid Freak Show, we're going to recap, review, and dissect the latest episode of the hit FX series. We're also going to deliver directly to you the biggest news regarding American Horror Story Freak Show. Allow me to welcome you to Papi Chulo's Cabinet of Curiosities of Freaks and Geeks. First up, the bearded lady held a gun up to him, but he got her with a blade straight to the face. All he wants is people to say,
"Yes, Miss Elsa."
It's Deadlee.
Oh, that was worth it right there, just to hear that. Can I hear that again?
"Yes, Miss Elsa."
Thank you, Ma Petit. She's back from the great beyond.
What's up, freaks and geeks? I'm ready for this. I missed you.
Next up, her father may have turned her into a serpent, but when the three-tittied wonder brought her father, all tarred and feathered, she said,
"For me?"
It's Cat's Meow.
It's like I have to almost like keep saying it in order to like get it, because that one was hard.
Yes.
Wait, why did I have to be introduced as that? Man, she's ugly. I mean, yes, she's a lizard girl, but she ugly. She was ugly before and after.
I kind of like Lizard Girl.
Ooh. Liar, you're a liar, Deadlee.
Oh, that's too much. And unfortunately, Prince Rico Suave is not with us tonight, and our own Jonathan Perkins is not here as well. He is out celebrating his birthday, so both of them won't be with us tonight.
It's your birthday.
Yes.
It's your birthday.
They're both out flying.
Like a butterfly?
Yes. Oh, this is killing me. That was really just for my pleasure, because I love it when Cat's Meow gets all Ma Petite for us. But of course, you know, we are still mourning Ma Petite. Correct? Everyone's still sad?
I feel like a hole is like, it's in the TV show now. But not a big enough hole to like distract me on what the fuck is going on. It's almost the end of the season. No questions have really been answered.
Well, not almost the end, but getting close, yes. Deadlee, you were not with us during Ma Petite's death episode, so do you have any final words for Ma Petite?
No, it hit me hard, though. Hit me hard. I was just... Look, I am speechless.
Is your husband happy because your husband is freaked out by her?
You know what? It actually made him a little sad. I saw him, he was a little sad. And you know our friends, there's one friend that does a very good Ma Petite, too.
Is it better than Cat's Meow?
Not quite, but it's right up there. It's right up there, and he's been in mourning. Even this week, he could hardly make it here to see it this week's episode because he was still in mourning, and I think he was wearing black.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, like, she's not dead in real life. Like, chill the fuck out.
She's out with the homies in real life.
Hey, it was acting.
Yes. But on that note, let's jump into the show, and we're going to first start off in the sideshow, and it was interesting. There's been a major reaction by viewers over the death of Ma Petite. This is an article that I found on yahoo.com, tv.yahoo.com. Viewers are angry about the death of an AHS Freak Show fan favorite. And basically the article goes into, basically talking about Ma Petite's death on the show and how Twitter kind of went batshit crazy. And I know that that you, Cat's Meow, had mentioned a tweet that Sarah Paulson had said, so I'm just going to repeat it. Basically, she had posted, this was prior to the show airing, that the last 10 minutes of tonight's episode might be the most upsetting and terrifying thing we've ever done. Prepare yourselves. And so then afterwards, Twitter went crazy. And so it started off with denial. Someone tweeted, at Brandon Hilton tweeted, not Ma Petite, a whole bunch of sad emoticons. That was the worst thing in the history of ever. OMG. Then there was bargaining, because obviously these are the stages of grief. And, someone had tweeted, Michael Chiklis, the name is @_Marl_E, and, basically is tweeting Michael Chiklis that they would love Michael Chiklis back next season as long as he can undo what he did this week, in reference to Ma Petite's death. Then there's depression, of course, at Timmy's Well says, Ma Petite, OMFG, my life has no meaning anymore, this is not real, goodbye. And then someone else named at Daniela_JPG said, Ma Petite's death has me and there's an image of someone drinking. And then, of course, there's acceptance. You will always be our butterfly, Ma Petite said, at Say Hey Matt. And then, of course, anger. We have our own Pepper. Naomi W. Grossman tweeted, no, pick on someone your own size, Dell. And then
I love you, Pepper.
Yes, and then at M. Bago said, we want justice for #Ma Petite. And then people threatened to stop watching. Some, at Laken Gibson, mark my words, if American Horror Story has something bad happen to Ma Petite, I'm done watching. So there's this incredible reaction to Ma Petite. Why do you think, and I'm asking both of you, Ma Petite connected so well with the listeners? Not the listeners, sorry, the viewers. I'm so used to talking radio lingo, but the viewers of American Horror Story. Cat's Meow?
Just because, she was so tiny and cute, and,
But don't treat her like a baby.
I know, not treat, but she is, we can't, ignore the fact that she's tiny and cute, and she's probably the most innocent thing that there is out there. When you have something that cute and you, excuse the phrase, smother it out the light.
We love you, Ma Petite.
But, it sucks, and it's you attach yourself because it's so cute. But, chill the fuck out. It's just a fucking TV show. She's alive. Y'all can chill out.
Deadlee.
Calm the fuck down.
Deadlee, are you surprised by the connection Ma Petite has with the fans?
No, because, she does, just like Cat's Meow kind of said. She's got kind of a childlike quality, and you got to protect the kids. And
Trick loves the kids.
Yeah, So, no, I'm not surprised at all. There always ends up being some kind of favorite every year. And I think, Pepper one year got it. I think just the innocence thing, if you're kind of innocent.
Yeah, it's it's like a
gravitate.
Kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly like a kid. There's always what's his face? Gary Coleman. Boom. Kid. Everyone loved him. I don't know.
Webster.
Oh, Webster. You're right. I forgot about him. Oh, and then in the Walking Dead TV and the Walking Dead video game, there was a little girl that was one of the main characters, and a lot of people they quickly attached to her. So it's just but I'll tell you one kid that they don't attach to that I didn't. Carl from Walking Dead. That fucking badass kid. Don't ever listen to what the fuck he's told. Badass kid. Bad kid.
Shout out to the Ramblers.
Right.
Shout out to the Rambling Dead.
Badass kid. Yeah. Shout out to Rambling Dead.
And on that note, let's dive into the big top, and we're going to put a spotlight on the MVP of the week, the most valuable player, the character that impressed you the most during this week's episode. So who was it for you, Deadlee?
Must I even say? Can you say it in the little voice of our angel that's gone? Our angel, my petite.
Wait, what do you want me to say?
Miss Elsa.
Oh my gosh. He's back on Jessica Lange.
Yes, of course it's Jessica. Come on, all those crocodile tears this week. I mean, she was so good. I mean, she played the bearded lady, and then when at the funeral, at the was it the burial? Where was she doing those crocodile tears?
At the site of the murder.
Yeah, the site of the murder. Oh my god. Oh, that was the best. I mean, yeah, it was Jessica Lange this week. I mean, she was just showing you all kinds of things that you didn't even know if to believe her. I mean, she got me.
She fooled you?
She fooled me this week. I was like, what? Yeah, so yeah, it's back to my Jessica Lange. She got it.
All right, now, can you give us a yes, Miss Elsa?
Yes, Miss Elsa.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
And Cat's Meow, who was your MVP of the week? Do you agree that it was the amazing Jessica Lange as Elsa Mars?
Okay, like, kind of, but like, I got a fixation for like Butch Kathy Bates. Like,
Yes.
woof.
Is she a gay for pay bitch, though?
Oh my gosh, like, I would be gay for pay for her, like, in this moment. She is so fucking hot, it's ridiculous. Only is this, like, she's hot any other time, but would I smash as Echo Darling? Yes, I would smash.
How does she talk again?
I can't do
You need to do it.
Okay, what is something she would say? Fuck, what was
You
that?
killed ma petite.
Oh, no, I can't do it. It has to be like something she said. Fuck, what was it? I think you should leave, and I don't want to see you anymore. I think that was. It's like, anyone notice in this episode, you can really hear like her accent, her Southern Scottish. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Baltimore.
But like, I was upset. Is that really what it is? Is that how Baltimore people talk?
Sure.
Like she was hiccuping. Like when she would talk. Like that's what it sounded like. But she did a really good job. But like shit, no, she was my MVP for all kind of reasons. Just because like, damn, I heard that she was supposed to be singing a song. Did anyone else hear that?
The good shit, Lollipop?
No.
Could you imagine her singing it with that accent?
Shut up. I can't even right now. I need you to be quiet. Oh my god. Okay, no, I read on a blog somewhere that she was supposed to be singing Hole's doll parts.
That's what?
Oh, Hole.
Like,
Courtney Love and Hole.
Hole.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and the song Doll Parts. That's what I read.
That song.
And it was on one of the articles where they talked about.
I'd rather hear Ma Petite sing it.
Like, girl, like because I wanted to know what they were gonna do because like Doll Parts, like she's like dying, like probably need a new liver or some shit like that. I don't know, but like, damn, like she was my MVP because like I'm not gonna lie, that 2-week break really, really almost made me forget the last episode. So I had to like refresh myself on what was going on, and like she had love for Miss Elsa, like she really did. Like it's just really sad like how she went out, but she was my MVP. And then also, the 3-titted lady, like I don't know what happened, but I guess like they started giving her lines.
Yes.
Like all of a sudden she's like started talking. She wasn't a background person anymore. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I guess maybe they only paid for her for so many episodes. But like this is like last season. Like she'll go away for a little bit, and then all of a sudden she'll get like a paragraph worth of lines, and Angela be milking them motherfuckers for all they worth. Like she was like, ugh. It's just really weird. But I guess like after like what took place in the episode. Like, I guess they're kind of tied, but Ethel is definitely number one if they didn't give Angela any lines.
Okay. See, I'm the opposite. I have to give major props to Ethel, because we all love our gay for pay bitch. But for me, the MVP was the three-tittied wonder, Desiree Dupree. She was just fantastic. I love that they finally gave her something to do. I love what she did, and I loved all the sass and the bravado and the girl power in her, you know. And then she was getting sassy with Maggie Esmeralda. It's fantastic. Loved it. Shout out to Desiree Dupree. So let's dive into our recap of episode 409, which was appropriately titled Bloodbath, and it aired on December 3rd, 2014. Here's the official synopsis of the episode. Recent disappearances around camp raise Ethel's suspicion of Elsa. Gloria makes a last-ditch effort to contain Dandy's bloodlust. So without getting too deep into the episode, I want to get everyone's initial reaction, and we're going to start off with Miss Kitty.
Zip me, please. Okay. I don't want my excitement for Freak Show to be back to overrule like how I really felt about the episode. I think I liked the episode, but it was okay. But I'm happy that they're back. But there are some things that just I could have done without on this episode. I feel like this is almost like an earlier in the season episode, but that's just me. But it was good.
Okay. Deadlee, what did you think? Would you tell the episode to zip you?
No, you know what? I'll tell you what, it did shock me, which I do like that because, even with Ma Petite, they were kind of setting that up. Even the week before, we kind of said, they put her in that little butterfly jar. We're like, okay, something's going to happen.
Wait, what is it that she said, Cat's Meow?
What'd you say?
In the butterfly jar?
Oh. She said a butterfly in the jar.
I know, I'm waiting for you to do it.
Oh, I was trying, you know what I started doing? The hand gesture.
Yeah, I can see it right now.
Like a butterfly.
Butterfly?
Thank you.
Like a butterfly.
Yeah, so they were setting that up. So I kind of, it wasn't a big surprise to me that, it was Ma Petite was gone last week, but this week, man, I was not expecting any of the kills, and it just surprised me everything. Even when Lizard Lady and the ladies went to go mess with her dad, and that shocked me too. So I guess I'd really like this. It was one of the better episodes because it just kind of shocked me.
Nice. I enjoyed the episode as well. I was surprised by the deaths too. I did not think the individuals that pass, which we will be talking about in just a little bit, I was surprised that they passed when they passed, especially more so the last one than the first one, just because I'm like, wow, that whole storyline is going to go crazy because, this person is the one that's containing what's going on in a sense, and sort of the fixer behind,
Right?
And I'm like, what's going to happen now? I know. We'll discuss it in a little bit, though. So I'll stop talking because we're all going to want to start talking about that, and I'll just dive into the episode. And we're going to start off at the beginning at the Freak Show, and basically people are searching for Ma Petite. We got our, Cat's Meow's homegirl, Amazon Eve, yelling for Ma Petite. They got the dogs out. Everyone's going crazy looking for Ma Petite. And Jimmy screams upon finding some tattered clothing with blood. And so we have everybody else at the big top. Everyone's coming back, and Jimmy carries a cardboard box, which Elsa opens to her horror. And there's no body. Apparently, whatever, supposedly, or at least they think, ate Ma Petite, ate her bones too. And Del attributes it to coyotes or another animal, and Elsa, of course, breaks down. But Ethel becomes suspicious and wary. So In Elsa's Moulin Rouge tent, Elsa laments ma petite. She's like, "Oh, my petite, my little, she's so innocent." How is that what she said, Deadlee?
I can't do the accent like her, but she said something like that.
Okay. And so she notices that Ethel is not mourning, and Ethel basically tells her longtime BFF that, I almost believe your crocodile tears, or something like that. That's what Cat's Meow would say, right?
You know what? I almost believed you.
Okay.
She sounds like a dull stew, so it's like, I almost believe you up there with your crocodile tears.
That was good. I like that one. Basically saying that, she seems so, you almost believe the sincerity of it. And then Elsa, she doesn't slap her. She, bitch slaps.
Like, she was like, "Where's my money?" slap. Like, she slapped the shit out of her. Like, I would have fell to the floor. She took that fucking slap like a beast.
I agree. And so then Ethel basically says that all that Elsa cares about is the roar of the crowd, and she hates someone stealing her spotlight. And then we see a fantastic flashback.
Oh, love that. Love the flashback.
Yes, we see a flashback of Elsa finishing her life on Mars, and Ma Petite's coming out in a little carriage, giving her a flower, but then she steals the spotlight from Elsa because everyone's clapping for Ma Petite, because Ma Petite is friggin' adorable. And so then Elsa blames Ethel's behavior on drinking, and she orders her out. And 14 years of friendship and history have made Ethel realize that she dreads her best friend. And Elsa spurns Ethel's accusations of murder, overturning the table, throwing shit all over the place. And Ethel reminds Elsa that she's not their savior. She's their surrogate mother. And furthermore, Ethel overheard Elsa's cold conspiracy with Stanley to murder the twins, killing any feelings that the Bearded Lady had for her. And so basically, Elsa's like, I'll bring in the twins for testimony, but Ethel had them sent away for safety. And as Elsa sort of turns, Ethel shoots Elsa in one of her legs, leaving a hole through the prosthetic. And so Elsa chuckles, telling her basically the story of how she became a freak, apparently immediately after the amputation incident that we saw a few episodes ago. Remember the soldier that was kind of stalking her, brought her to Massimo Dolcefino, an artisan prostheticist in wartime and a cinematic prop maker thereafter, and basically he crafted her legs. And he was actually played by the actor that played the Axeman, so that was a nice little return actor from last season. And so Ethel asks, Elsa why she never revealed this. Why didn't you tell me? And she still intends to basically stop Elsa and her methods and everything she's trying to do. But Elsa thinks that Ethel intends to kill her, but Ethel instead, intends to kill herself, feeling that she has nothing to live for. I looked up to you, you're my friend, and I, nothing. And quickly their interplay, shows a bit of change in plan, and Elsa decides to kill Ethel. Before the Bearded Lady can change her mind, Ethel turns around to basically shoot Elsa, but then Elsa, she's all good with knives and shit, throws a knife directly into, where did it land? Was it her forehead? Was it inside of her eye?
Right in her eye.
Yeah, it looked like it was right in her eye. And then Elsa sort of looks on at the horror of her own murderous actions. So let's pause right here and let's talk. Let's drop a little thimble of of gin and juice for our gay for pay bitch,
thimble.
Ethel. Yeah, because that's about enough for my petite. So let's talk about Ethel and her death. Were we surprised? Did we see it coming, Miss Kitty?
No, I did not see it coming. As soon as I saw her look on the table and I saw a throwing knife, I was like, back. She's gonna kill my friend. I gotta get in the TV. I gotta save her. I was so upset. I was so fucking upset. fucking hate that whoop leg bitch. I hate her.
Oh, no,
But
you
like,
didn't.
I did. I'm so fucking mad. Like, it sucks because it's like I didn't want her to kill Elsa. Like, believe it or not, Deadlee, I didn't want Elsa to die. Like, I was like, I hope they just really figured this out and she can like somehow like talk her out of it, eat her pussy, do something. Like, just like I don't want nobody to die. God, but I really don't want Ethel to die. But it was just like, fuck. So I was really sad about that. And her talking about how her legs were crafted. Like, that bitch is pure theater. Like, do you think she tells the truth at all? Or does she just, like, I don't know. Like, it's just strange. What happened to the man that crafted her legs? Like, what happened to the Axeman? Like, I guess, like, I guess he got tired of, like, getting splinters in the middle of the night or some bullshit. So I wasn't shocked about that story, but it was nice. I like flashbacks. And did you see her face? It was snatched. I don't know what they did. I don't know what prosthetic they applied. They snatched that face the fuck up. That was great. The Mappa thing was really, really sad. But I don't think she was faking that. I don't think she would have like said okay to killing Mappa just because like she was right.
That was her baby doll.
Yeah, like if she didn't care about Mappa, she would have left that. She would have left Mappa on the bed because Mappa is too precious to call a hoe or a bitch. But she would have left her on the bed and been like, "Oh, that's cute, a water bottle." But she really slept with Mappa. Like she was cuddling Mappa as the water bottle.
Would you sleep with Mappa?
Hell yeah! Like I don't like to cuddle like that, so I'd be like, "This is your side, this is my side. Do not cross this line."
Deadlee, would you sleep with Mappa?
I put her at my feet, like where my dog sleeps.
You put her.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Deadlee.
We're gonna call Child Protective Services.
I'm fucking done. I don't have anything else to say.
So, Deadlee, we already know that Cat's Meow has murderous intent with Elsa. So, would you be her Kevin Costner and save her bodyguard style from Cat's Meow?
Oh, I would. Because, I mean, the whole point of that, okay, yeah, she was talking to Stanley, but I see where she was going. She was just kind of like in the moment. It didn't mean, what'd she say? Like words, actions mean more than words. It's kind of to that effect. And she was really crying. She was hurt with Mappa. Which those were not crocodile tears. That was some real Elsa tears right there. And can we go back and talk about her, the craftsmanship of the feet?
It was nice. They were polished.
Did you want to touch it?
I wanted to lick them. I did. I wanted to lick her wooden toes.
You wanted to lick her. You wanted to lick her wood?
Yeah, I did. I wanted to lick those wooden toes, all between them.
Oh my god! Like I'm mad that when she shot through the leg, she was like, "Are you shocked?" Like, yes, I'm shocked, but like you should have kept going. You should have just been like, "Oh, this bitch is crazy!" Like she was gonna kill her. So I don't even know why she was like trying to get bug about it. Like she was trying to Sharon Stone it. But I guess they.
And Mappa coming out on the flashback, love that with on the little. Was it the little wheelbarrow? Was it?
She had like a little carriage.
Yeah, the little carriage.
Oh fuck! I'm putting that as my phone screensaver right now. I'll be back.
Yeah, but I was surprised that Ethel's demise, though. I mean, it just shocked me. I figured they might fight a little bit and everything, but even the wording was confusing me. Did that bother you, Papi, or did you catch that? Because I thought she said, well, no, I thought she said she wanted to take her own life.
Yeah, it sounded like she was going to commit suicide that night.
Yes, I was like, I almost thought, well, maybe she wanted to die. I mean, but I don't think Elsa didn't know about her cancer, did she?
No.
Yeah, I think she didn't, did she? No.
Nobody knew.
No.
Well, Del sort of knew. Well, it goes into that in a bit. Del sort of knew. Desiree sort of knew, but I think those are the only two that knew.
Oh, that's right. Not even her son knew.
Jimmy's about to know sooner or later. Because remember, she said she left a letter in Jimmy's.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I really hope Elsa forgot about that shit, because I would love to see Jimmy strangle Elsa. Like, straight up just, like, lobster hands. Pow! All up in the neck.
Kapow. That's exactly what it would sound like. Yeah, I was surprised by Ethel's demise as well. I don't know, I always just pictured her character being there until the end. Like, I didn't, or like dying naturally and, having this, tearful moment bedside with Jimmy and that kind of thing. I never thought she would actually get murdered. So that was a surprise. And as both of you said, shout out to Moptique. She looked freaking adorable. And, so let's continue on with the story. And basically, we see Maggie, and she's crying. And basically, she's discovered something. And she claims that she was picking flowers from Ma Petite's grave when a speeding car collided with a nearby tree, and apparently Ethel was behind the wheel. And, everyone's shocked when Maggie declares that it was a suicide. And, so everyone's, like, shocked. And Jimmy wonders why, his mother would do such a thing, and Desiree sort of reveals that Ethel had been sick, and Dell confirms it, and Elsa demands to see the site of the accident in the wreckage. Desiree wonders why Ethel's head is missing, and there's like a bloody chain nearby tethered to a tree that explains the beheading. And in fact, as Elsa is like giving the show of shows, crying, we learn in a flashback, which Cat's Meow loves, that Elsa and Stanley basically set the whole thing up. So Elsa must have gone to Stanley, and he's like, well, I'm your agent, and, we cover shit up for celebrities. And so they position the car and everything, and obviously he wants the head because he's going to sell it to the Morbidity Museum because it's a bearded lady. But so he wraps this chain around her head, and she's like, why are you doing that? And he's like, oh, because it makes sense. And she's still confused. And so that's how it happens. And obviously Maggie is in on the whole thing as well because she's working with Stanley, so it's no surprise as to why she's the one that discovered the body. And Jimmy consoles Elsa while she sobs over the body. So later on, Jimmy eulogizes his mother, with an Emily Dickinson quote, and pretty much everyone's there except for Elsa. And everyone sort of, talks and everything, and, they say nice words about Ethel. They drop stones on... It doesn't sound right the way I'm describing it, but it's sort of a nice testament. It's sort of like honoring Ethel and her grave. So, moving into a different storyline, at this funeral we have Desiree, who's inspired by Ethel's survivor nature and strength, and Penny sort of commiserating, or reminding them all that her father mutilated her, and so in Ethel's name, Desiree calls for retribution against Penny's father, and all the ladies volunteer. So, we have Susie there, and we have Amazon Eve, and so they end up plotting, and we see that Susie sneaks in through a window at Penny's father's house, lets the others in, and hearing all the noise downstairs, Penny's father comes down with a shotgun, encountering his daughter in the mezzanine, and he wonders how he got in there because he had changed locks, and so Desiree knocks him out and kidnap him. They take him back to the trailer that Desiree's in, and, Penny's father is disrobed, tied to a chair, and Desiree and Eve are about to tar and feather him, and they're planning to cut off his penis and toss him into the river so that the crocodiles and the alligators eat him up. Penny calls to intervene, but insists that she should do this herself. So together, she and Eve pour the hot tar on him, and the feathers fly. Moments before they're about to chop his ding-a-ling off, Maggie runs in and reasons that this isn't the way to obtain justice. Desiree says that, basically Maggie's out of her depth and her element. She's not a freak. She should stay out of this. Maggie counters that with a caution, that this action could lead them to jail, and Penny grabs the knife and claims her identity as the astounding Lizard Girl, and says that he will only live because she says so, and if he ever comes near any of them again, he's gonna die. So Desiree calls for him to be dragged to the edge of the camp, where he'll crawl all the way home. Elsewhere, Elsa visits a wellness center where she meets Barbara, an Upper East Side Manhattanite debutante who's on a shimmy machine for weight loss. Elsa pitches her on joining the show, where her obesity will be cherished as she eats a Baby Ruth. Let's pause here before I get into anything else, and let's talk about if you want to talk about Elsa and her theatrics at the crime scene or the suicide scene, we can talk about Elsa visiting Barbara, and of course everything that happened with Penny's father and Desiree, Susie, and Amazon Eve. Deadlee, since you're very happy about Barbara, let's get your take on this.
Because I love the scene with the fat lady.
Did you like the recruit? Did you want to eat some of that Baby Ruth?
I did. I just love the way she was just milking it and just like, it made me want to go get one. I don't know. Every time I eat a Baby Ruth, I'm gonna think of Jessica Lange now. Just the way she was eating it, and the fat lady was just salivating. You could just see it.
You should eat it the exact same way that she ate it.
I'm gonna. So that, and then the crocodile tears. I mean that shit was funny. I mean, she almost had me fooled too. I was like, because I knew the reality, because I knew what was going on. But she would have fooled me, because she had it good. I mean, even the son went to go hold her, And can I just say something real quick? Where's Pepper? Where's Pepper? Not enough damn Pepper, man.
Pepper was there a little bit in just a second.
But
yeah.
She was there, but they're not giving her even...
She was eating some meatloaf.
Yeah, she just kind of walked by, and they show her just walking by and handing things to Miss Elsa once in a while. That's about it. But yeah, the flashbacks, great again. I love all the little things that they do. I mean, where we saw Ethel's head, how they handled that and tied it, and it just made sense. I mean, it just made sense. Like, why that kind of made sense, where maybe she is like in cahoots with this guy a little more now, because I'm anxious to see this, because are we going to see the bearded lady's head floating in that water somewhere? So I'm guessing maybe at the end of all this, we're going to be back at that museum and see all the freaks in that museum. And my guess is, I'm just throwing this out, spoiler alert, I don't even know if it's true, but my own spoiler alert, I bet you we even see Miss Elsa with her no legs in one of them jars. And
she's finally famous.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Do you think Ethel's head will be labeled "Gay for Pay Bitch"?
It will. Shit.
Miss Kitty, what did you think of the crocodile tears, the tar and feathering, and of course the fat lady?
Okay, I don't really care about Elsa. What have I done? Bitch, you did next. Anyways, like, I've already laid into her as much as I can, because I can't stand that ass. Like, goodbye, bye. Like, I already knew she was not. I was just simply gonna. I was just a bye, bitch. Like, goodbye. I'm so over you right now. You pissed me the fuck off. So, I have to talk about this tar and feathering scene, because I saw it coming from a mile away. Like, I feel bad for my fiance, because I was literally blurting out everything that was going to happen before it happened. So the tar and feathering thing, like, I'm sorry, Miss, what is her name? Miss Maggie Esmeralda? Bitch, you could have came sooner talking about walk away from this. It's going to change your life. And being tarred and feathered ain't going to change his life. Like, bitch, they already got him. Fuck his penis being cut off. I feel like you'd be doing him a favor, because he can't go return back to normal life. You can't just slick off the fucking tar and feathers. His skin is probably melted, bitch. You should have, if you was gonna be a fucking hero, you should have came in about, I don't know, a minute in before, Talking about it's gonna change you. It's already changed her, bitch. Look at her face. Look at her hair. Look at her life. Like, did anybody else get pissed off about that? He's talking about, wait, it's gonna change. You don't do that. He was already tarred and feathered. Why does it fucking matter from this point? Like, goodbye, girl. Why don't you turn your skinny white ass, walk on right out of this goddamn trailer, and proceed to do whatever the fuck you was doing, because this is not where you should be, girl. Good day, madam, because I'm done. Like, I was just gonna come in, like, I was just really pissed off about that. So I was like, okay, good for Penny for staying.
You know what? I kind of agree with you real quick there, Kitty, because I don't think they ain't really down for that girl. I don't. It doesn't even seem like Three Titty Lady would listen to her that much.
No, like, who the fuck are you? Like, everybody who is in that room has something wrong with them that defines them as an outcast of society. You are a pretty white blonde woman living in the 50s. What do you have? Oh, you can read minds. Jesus Christ. But there's nothing wrong with you that will make you an outcast. So for you to be... What Three Titty Lady said was absolutely correct.
I love that y'all just keep calling her Three Titty Lady.
That's okay. She was absolutely right. You're always going to be on the outside looking in because you don't know like, and you never will. So I was like, yes, get your life. Please walk away. But I like the fact that Penny was like, I am the astounding, like, girl. Now you own, like...
She owning it, yes.
You owning the fuck. I'm very proud of you. But can you please put your hair in a ponytail at least? Please. I know you get it, but like you still, the only thing is wrong with you is that your face is tattooed. Like that's it really. Oh, and your tongue is split. But your entire body is not tattooed. So it's like you still have a chance. You're not really a freak, but you are a freak. You just have a tattooed face. But like please put your hair up in a ponytail for me. For me. If you don't do it for Paul, do it for me, bitch. Because I know they got lace fronts out there in the 50s. I know they got lace fronts. I know they got lace wigs. You better stop fronting. Or either shave it bald and pull some Amber Rose on us, because I do not have time for you, the astounding lizard girl. But she was like, I liked the fact that she stood up for herself. Like, I was like, yes, girl. Like, because her dad is a dick. And did you guys hear what music he was listening to when they came in?
Something about daddy.
Yeah, don't call me daddy, or that like that's what it was like. The lyrics were like,
don't call me daddy.
Or call me daddy, or something like that. And it's still playing as she's coming up the stairs. So it's just like this is an ironic song to listen to while you're about to get like clocked. But that was awesome. And then her name was Ima or Irma, Irma Wiggles.
Oh yes.
I thought they were going to name her Big Bet. Or, you know that when that game at arcades, you throw the balls in her mouth?
Big Bertha?
Yeah, I thought her name was going to be Big Bertha. I put that on everything. I thought it was going to be Big Bertha. But I thought it was cute that it was Irma Wiggles. I was like, you go, girl. I was like, good for her.
Named after Irma Waddles.
I didn't get it. Like, I was just like, okay, good for you. But, like, I like the fact that she was like, do I look like a debutante? And I was like, no, you don't. I mean, you do, girl, but I guess for the 50s debutante, you are no Blanche Devereaux. So, I guess.
I did love Three Titty Lady's monologue. That was fantastic. I love that they gave her shit to do.
Her paragraph of lines.
Well, she had a couple paragraphs, because she did them different times. But yes, I liked them. I thought they did a good job giving her a storyline and sort of, you know, banding together these women. You know, we haven't really seen Susie do much except for, like, you know, slice a man's ankles off or whatever the hell she did in her flashback.
She stabbed him in his Achilles and then, like...
And getting kicked by Edward Moore Drake.
She got thrown. I just... Woo!
That was good.
Yeah, she came through the window. Good job for her, girl.
And we haven't seen Amazon Eve be anything but Ma Petite's personal chauffeur.
Nah, she whooped his ass.
Well, she did. She whooped his ass. That's true.
She whooped the strong man's ass. Like, that's what she did. I wouldn't fuck with Amazon Eve. Like, I wouldn't fuck with her at all. Shout out to Amazon Eve for being a bad bitch. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes. So I'm glad they banded up and they did that to the horrible man. As far as Barbara, aka Ms. Wiggles, I don't know what they're gonna do with her.
They're just gonna sit her on a stage and eat.
Yes.
Like, no shade. Like, she's probably gonna show off all of her roles and probably be half naked or something. But they, like, I don't know, like, because everyone has an act. It's not like they're in cages and they just walk past these people. Like, they have something to do. So they're probably, I don't know, like, maybe someone's gonna sit and oil her up and give her a full body massage, and people are just gonna, I don't know.
You gotta think about the children.
There are sick people out there. Well, like, to them, like, it is what it is. Like, it's just it's an act.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a naked fat lady.
I don't know.
Naked obese lady.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with her, or as far as not just in the show, but in the show Freak Show, but as far as the actual show Freak Show.
Did she have was that a fat suit?
I don't know. That might be her.
Just because, like, everything seemed just really bulky and big. And I've seen big women before, but hers was just all compact. Like, it looked like a fat suit. Like, her titties were her stomach. Her stomach was her rolls. Her rolls, like, she just looked like she looked like the Michelin Man.
The Michelin Man.
What'd I say?
That's good.
She looked like the Michelin Man. Like, she really did. There was no definition. Granted, she's big, but, like, big, you still have to keep in mind they're women. They still have titties.
The Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man.
That's what she looked like.
There you go.
She just looked like rolls on rolls on rolls. So that can't be her. But if it is, like, my bad, girl.
Yes. And on that note, let's wrap up the story with Barbara. So Maggie, she wakes Jimmy up after his drunken night, and basically wondering, why this is happening to him, and basically she's sort of reminding him of their plan to escape, and that they can't accomplish that if he's drunk, and he refuses to suppress his grief, and he sends her away. And as she leaves, Jimmy has newfound eyes for Barbara, because she has arrived, and the night that she arrived, Pepper and Salty and everyone brought this sizzler-sized feast for her, and Barbara was chowing down, and Jimmy confronted Elsa, and it was like, why weren't you at the funeral? And I was like, well, I was in Miami, finding Barbara, and basically, she sort of hints to him, that you should use Barbara, put your head on her bosom, and think about Mama and all that stuff. And so Jimmy, in his drunken stupor, seems to be making goo-goo eyes at Barbara and collapses, sobbing into her bosom. She didn't know what the fuck to do. And
That's pot pie is heaven.
Yes. So moving on to a different storyline that we haven't touched on, we see Gloria. She's discussing Dandy's mental health with her analyst, Dr. Feinbloom, and basically she recalls his childhood of cruel indulgences like cutting the hair off of Regina, killing a cat, and as well as his childhood companion, the gardener's son, vanishing one day in Dandy's company. And basically, Dr. Feinbloom asks if there have been any recent incidents, and she lies, saying that she just has a mother's intuition. So over at the Mott Manor, Gloria calls after Dandy with a gift, and he presents Regina as a visitor looking for her mother. Dandy says that Regina's questions should be directed at Gloria, since Gloria was the last person to see Dora. Gloria explains that Dora just left to purchase a squash from a farmer, there in Jupiter. They have to go down to Homestead, because that's where the best squash is, and then while she's coming up from Homestead, she's got to stop by Coral Gables to pick up some stuff that she had ordered and whatnot, so it could take a while. And Regina says that she will wait, and they continue on playing a nice game of Chutes and Ladders. The next day, Dandy, is sent by Gloria to Dr. Feinbloom, and basically he responds to the Rorschach ink blots presented by the doctor, and he's there under the pretense that the doctor wants to see how intelligent Dandy is. And so as he's describing what he's seeing, each one gets more grisly and more violent and bloody and gory, and he's impatient for his results for his intelligence test, and the doctor is basically like, I'm going to want to see you twice a week for regular sessions because I need to figure stuff out. And Dandy retorts with a question about the cannibals of Papua New Guinea and whether or not carnal consumption can harness the power of a soul, and whether a bath in blood would suffice. So he returns home to confront Gloria about sending him to the analyst, as if he were mentally ill. Regina has returned, saying that she's going to go to the police if Dora does not return by the following night. After she leaves, Dandy bargains that he will attend sessions with Feinbloom for a month if Gloria will kill Regina. Basically, he says that Regina's going to see through Gloria's clumsy lies, and that they will both burn in the electric chair if the loose end is not tied up. Basically, he's going to go away to die, and he's going to have her sit on his lap as he gets electrocuted. Good grief. So, Gloria tells Feinbloom that she has booked a passage on the Queen Mary for Dandy over his advice of temporary commitment, and she tells him that his services will no longer be required. Dandy lurks behind her and basically, throws her own words back at her, and, he says that Dora told him when he was 5 that his father was his mother's second cousin, and basically he was also a murderer of young girls. And he responds that he won't be going to Europe, and that basically, she's getting ready to leave, and, she can no longer take on all that Dandy is doing. And, she goes to her purse, she turns around, and he shows the gun in his hand, and he's ready to shoot himself to end all things. She basically begs, don't do that, I can't go on if you kill yourself. And so he agrees and shoots her in the forehead, and he cries a single tear and sighs. Later on, we see Dandy walking through his playroom to, a tub, and he disrobes and literally bathes in his mother's blood. Dun dun dun. Deadlee, talk to the listeners about all this. If you want to talk a little bit about Jimmy crying on Barbara's bosom, you can, but let's focus on the stuff going on at the Mott's house. So Gloria, Dandy, the doctor, and Regina.
Well, yeah, I do want to say a little bit. That was very touching to me when he kind of fell into that bosom.
Would you have fallen into her bosom?
Yeah, it was sad. Because that was, I think, the point where it just finally really hit him. He's been drinking, and at that moment
he's been drinking.
He's been drinking. And that girl been eating that pot pie.
She been eating.
Yeah, that pot pie looked really good too. But yeah, let's talk a little bit too about this second cousin thing. Why did everyone at my pad that was watching go on a tangent saying that it was okay to marry second cousins and stuff? And I was having an argument saying it wasn't cool. But anyway,
I think genetically speaking,
it's legal. Mm-hmm. You can marry your second cousin in most states.
It is legal.
Genetically, it's too close.
Genetically speaking, though, it's actually not as close as like a first cousin.
Mm.
Either way, it's still fucking gross.
It is, but
like, I guess, girl,
there wouldn't have been that much. Like, I think for the story, it would have made a little bit more sense if they would have picked first cousin, because I think the psychosis and that kind of genetic, gobbledygooky, crazy stuff that happens when you do incest probably makes a little bit more sense for first cousin than maybe second cousin.
Toes.
Yeah.
And let's also say that I prefer Candyland to Chutes and Ladders. Can I just say that?
Okay.
Yeah. But
did you enjoy Regina's hair?
Regina, yeah. Well, she's so like subdued in this. I'm hoping we get to see like a different side of her. I guess just from, this is what happens to me every year. And since everyone else has kind of gotten into their characters, but it's the first time I see Gabby. And so I'm still like hooked on last year where I just loved her character. She was like one of the best characters last year in Coven. And so this is just a different departure. So I've got to get used to this. But I'm hoping she shows some fire and comes back storming and handles Dandy, because who else is going to do it? Who else is going to do it unless it's the strong man? Unless it's a strong man one
Pepper.
day. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and oh my God, let's hurry up and hope that the whole Pepper story comes out with that little spoiler alert you gave us a few weeks back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. But yeah, back to that was a shock though. I did not see it coming where he shot his mom. And like I said, that's one reason why I really like this episode, because I mean they just surprised us, and that's what's supposed to be happening. I mean, my only other surprise this whole season has been the clown. I didn't see the clown thing coming, but the when they killed the clown. But yeah, so this was, like I said, the best episode. And Dandy, he's gonna get his. I mean, I think he's sunk to the lowest of the low. I mean, how are you gonna kill your mom? And just like Kitty was saying, the only one that was defending his ass.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in for a treat. We're in for a treat. I'm excited to see what happens.
Does everybody remember the preview for this episode? Because they showed a clip in the preview for this episode where you actually see Regina at like the dinner table, and behind her was Gloria holding the gun.
Right, I remember that. So I was like, oh my God, they're going to get rid of Precious.
So
they
they cut
didn't
it
show
out.
that. Either that, or maybe it's in the next episode and it's more of a fantasy sequence that Dandy has.
And my TiVo cut off, so I did not see the preview for the next one. But yeah, maybe in the spoiler alert you can let us know.
Because
Okay.
I'm not looking forward to next week's at all.
Yeah. Miss Kitty, what did you think of Regina, the doctor? Wasn't it interesting that they didn't show the doctor?
They did. I felt like they were probably like, the doctor's not important.
Yeah.
So it's like, why show him? Because they're just going to show his hands, which I thought was cool that they only showed his hands and his voice.
Yeah.
For some reason, it reminds me of something. I don't know what, but I like that they did that.
Reminds me of Alistair Crane on Passions.
That too? I remember Passions, girl. Anyways, no, I feel like if they did show whoever was playing it, most likely he was probably a previous American Horror Story character, then somebody would have probably linked that shit together.
Maybe it's the Nazi.
So it's just like, oh, no, they don't got time for that. Like, Ryan Murphy's like, I just simply do not have time. I don't know. Like, I'm mad that they hyped it up that Gabby is supposed to be in this episode, and you see her like 2 or 3 times, and she's always like, she's just like, okay, I want to see my mother. Okay, well, I'm gonna do this.
It doesn't take that long to get squashed.
Right, my mother's getting squashed. Like, girl, like, I was like, yes, your mom is getting squashed. Because, like, what the fuck? But it was like, I don't know, it was okay. Like, I feel, you know how I feel about overly close mother-son relationships. Freaks me the fuck out. But, like, I'm mad he killed his mom. But she did say, she was like, I love you, even all of the madness. But I have ran out of love to give. You see how she dropped her arm and walked away? Like, she's like, I'm fucking tired. This is exhausting for me. It's not that I don't love you, but you were so difficult. You've been difficult to handle since you were younger. This isn't something that has suddenly sprung up on me. I've been dealing with this ever since you were born. And I'm fucking exhausted. If you could just give it a break, if you could just stop being you for even just a moment, that would give me enough time to get back on my feet. But Danby's an asshole, so what's new? But I was hoping that he would have shot himself, because it would have been cool for his mom to descend into madness and take over where her son left behind. Kind of like reverse Friday the 13th almost. But like, yeah, I was not happy about seeing Gloria die, because I feel like we haven't seen her enough in the season, and I love Frances Conroy. But he's aight.
Yeah, as I alluded to in my, initial comments on the episode, I don't know where they're going to go with this, because, as I said, we have this person who is basically cleaning up Dandy's messes, who's trying to, control, in a sense, his murderous impulses. Obviously not doing a good job, because he keeps on killing people. But at least trying to dissuade him from being a murderer. And now she's gone. So that means,
like
the chains have been broken and he can literally go batshit crazy.
Like, I don't know. I feel like he doesn't, like, they don't know what to do with Danby's character, because they've had so many times to get rid of him. And they're just like, I don't know. I feel like they keep forgetting about him, or they have something better built up for him, or he's this year's bad guy. But at the same time, it's just like, something needs to come to an end. Either he needs to be like murdered, or he needs to be put into prison, or something needs to come to play. Just because, like, where do you go now? His mom is dead.
Yeah, don't you think there needs to be connection back to the freak show a little bit?
The whole, like, Twisty the Clown thing, he doesn't even wear the mask anymore. Like, that's over and done with. Like, it's kind of like he's just a character floating around now.
Yeah, somehow we need to connect him back to the circus, to the freak show, I mean.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I'm torn as far as how I feel about what they've done with Dandy and what they could do with him. But I guess, we'll see what ends up happening next time. So join us next time for a brand new installment of Are You Afraid Freak Show. You can download this episode and many more by visiting PapiChuloRadio.com/archives. Registered users will gain access to the Papi Chulo Radio archives of previously aired broadcasts. Please like us on Facebook by going to facebook.com/PCR Are You Afraid. You can also like Papi Chulo Radio on Facebook as well by going to facebook.com/Papi Chulo Radio. You can email us with any questions, suggestions, comments, or concerns by emailing contact@papichuloradio.com. Co-host, can you please wish the listeners a good night?
Good night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Good night, Miss Elsa. I'm so fucking done with you.
Good grief. And on that note, thanks for tuning in. Join us every Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific for a brand new installment of Are You Afraid Freak Show. Good night, everyone. And Cat's Meow one more time. Zip me, please.
Zip me, please.